Well, here we are again. 28 days. Weeks later.
28 seconds. I want to sing the song from Rent, like, I'm 28 weeks later.
600 minutes.
So many zombies running through London. I think we're in London.
Raging, and raging,
yeah.
and raging. That's all I got.
I just did such loud claps. I'm sorry.
Should we tell the listeners, like...
What's happening?
Well, yeah, like, let's just tell them to, like, pause this.
Oh.
Go get an edible.
Oh, yeah.
Come back.
Yeah.
And then let's go.
We did talk about this on the last episode, that we were going to try to coordinate, Bridget and I, doing a tandem edible for our episode. So we're doing that, and I am getting close to the raging.
Wow.
Just with my eyeballs, though. You know what I mean?
They don't look that bad.
Not yet.
I mean, by the...
You're going to get a little squinty as time
well, by the
goes
end, you
on.
look like a little sleepy.
I was like... but my mouth kept moving, so...
Oh, man, this movie, I tell ya, this life, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Is this life? Are we in it?
I'm scared.
Is this where we're at right now in life?
I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Sisters who've seen it. We are the sisters who've seen it. Sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, sisters who've seen it.
Hello.
Hello there.
Welcome back, listeners.
Welcome back.
Y'all
Are you ready to get
survived.
Scared again.
Scary.
One.
Yeah, different kinds of scares for me in this movie. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. But listeners, let me introduce ourselves because we're not raging zombies yet. But we might be when our edibles kick in. So, listeners, we are the Sisters Who've Seen It, the podcast where two sisters who are not movie critics look back on some of our favorites throughout the years through a psychological, ethical, and familial lens. I'm Katie.
I'm Bridget.
I didn't write any quote down again, so I'm going to make a zombie noise. How's
I
that?
feel like it's more like...
Oh, yeah, well, they
I
were
feel like it's higher. They were like...
aggressive.
They were like... Honestly, it was if they had a couple monsters.
Whoa.
Caffeine. Something amped them up a little. Cocaine.
Zombies
Something amped
plus
them up.
caffeine equals chaos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally no quotes. I couldn't tell you one thing that was said in this movie except people screaming. So,
yeah.
What's the movie this week, Bridge?
This comes from 2007. Is the sequel to 28 Days Later. This is 28 Weeks Later.
Yeah.
I love a theme.
I thought you were going to say math, and I was like, no, you don't. You forgot.
I love math.
I love
when
a
it's
theme,
money,
too.
But,
no, yeah, themes are fun.
Wait, but because it's like they could have just said, like, zombie apocalypse or, 28 days to second. Like, they were like, we're going to stick with 28. It's done us justice. 28 is it. Let's 28 it. And I love it.
I wonder if, like, because the writer, it wasn't the same writer. It was, like, multiple writers. And I was like, that. Yeah, I saw that at the end credits. And I was like, yeah, that makes more sense. Because some things felt really different.
Yeah.
And oh, no. But I wonder, was this the writers always wanted to do this movie? Or was this one of those where the studio's like, we need a motherfucking sequel.
Yeah.
So
figure it out.
The title's 28 Weeks Later, and then figure the rest out.
Figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it is technically a sequel though, and are you gonna do the synopsis? Or you want me to do?
Who did the last one?
Well, you did, because it was like you kicked things off, and
okay. Do you want to do it, or do you want me to do it because I owe you like 100?
Maybe you
we heard
do.
that.
Oh, well, I I just,
We heard the resentment.
I think I just want to hear my
version of it.
Explanation, because I had questions.
I am going to try my best, because it did feel like I watched this 28 weeks later, but,
Yep.
So, okay, so basically, from what I understand, is all of London got decimated like we thought, because in 28 days later, it's like, oh, what's going to happen? Like, shit went bad. It spread different places, and it got to the point that it was finally saying, we can now bring people back. And I'm like, listen, I don't want to, like, you leave your home, and if you're like, well, I don't know, if there's no rage there anymore, like, I do want to go back. It's like your home. So I feel that. I was like, I believe people would want to go home. Okay.
Yeah.
It is set up like a war country. I think a lot of Afghanistan war nod stuff, where there's soldiers everywhere, there's protocol, there's guns everywhere, and people are being kind of taken from the plane to the house, and it's like a whole lockdown shit. The main character in this is, his picture looks very different, but is Robert Carlyle, who is Don. I never remember his name was Don, but his name is Don.
Fucking Don.
He worked in this big giant army security shit, and his kids were coming back. Mm-hmm. And before we like kind of get to this point, we see flashbacks of being in like the thick of it. It was like the movie was like, we want to remind you of how fucking terrible this was, and where people were getting eaten alive, blah blah blah. Yeah. And this motherfucking Don.
Fucking Don.
In the heat of being attacked by zombies, ditches his wife.
Yep.
Like, ditches
looks her right in the face and is like,
and is like, bye.
Gotta go. Could have grabbed your hand, but I'm busy. Yep.
Talk about the worst thing. I was like, I was so surprised by it. I was like, excuse me? It was actually like a really good starter.
Yeah. So
when his kid, now we're zoom into the future, his kids come back, and they're kind of like, so like, what happened to mom? And
like remember that lady that's her mom, dad? Where's she at?
Essentially, they kind of sniff his lies. They do the unthinkable and go outside of the boundaries of these soldiers to their house, and they find their mom, who somehow is immune to the rage virus-ish. And this kicks off why these two kids are very special, because we meet people like a scientist who is played by Byrne, who identifies this kind of weird thing that maybe they could be the like antivirus to or the vaccine to the rage virus, whatever, and was like, these are very critical and protective, and so that story was interesting there to learn that. And then what happens? What we always fucking think. Someone gets the motherfucking rage fire. Well, we know who.
Not someone.
Yeah.
Fucking Don.
Fucking Don.
Take a sip, everybody.
Take a sip. So
I'm gonna hear that a lot.
Don basically is not immune to the rage virus, and then he basically is like the evil villain the whole way, the whole fucking movie. But the mom finally gets somewhat stable, and he then actually kills her. And she gets out, and then they eat people, and it just fucking spirals from there. The military goes crazy. The kids are on the run. Rose Byrne's a part of it because they think the kids are the special savior to fix all this. And then there's helicopters. There's just fucking chaos. And then we end with, spoiler, it just goes to France. The rage virus goes to France.
Oh my god, yeah, that was like a cutscene. Like, surprise, don't forget, everything's wrong. And I was like, oh, I thought the movie was over, but okay.
Thanks for letting me know. It was a bad ending. You're
like, oh, this is
bad.
Yeah, like, what?
Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think this, the big lesson from this movie, aside from zombie shit, is choose your partners carefully. Oof, right, everybody?
She said
you hear that? Because really, really think about, is the person that you chose, would they abandon you during a zombie attack?
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
And maybe, make some decisions with that in mind. Because, that fucking start, I okay, again, hadn't seen this movie, just like the last one. So I was just like, I know it's a sequel and they're zombies and here we go. And I didn't really expect Don to be like a fucking character the whole time in the movie. Like, I just thought he was kind of used for the cold open.
Yeah.
And then he was going to disappear. And I was like, well, that just, that scene was there to show us that the zombies are crazy and that people turn on each other. And that's messed up. And I thought that was going to be it. But then Don literally appeared very shortly after. And I was like, no, Don, get out of here.
He wreaks fucking havoc, dude.
Fucking Don.
Because he has that fancy security access. So,
okay, here's where the questions are going to come in. And you're going to be the question answerer. You're going to be the 28 weeks later expert.
Make something up.
So, did Don work for the army or was he a janitor? Thoughts?
I think, well, I guess you could call it the army, but I looked at it like that was a larger name. Like, you had like research and scientists, so maybe it was like Central Intelligence and Army and blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
So, potato, who cares? But he definitely dealt with the building, how to manage the building, and so everything with access to the building, he knew how to get around the building. He was the building expert.
That's why I wondered if he was a janitor, because I was like, janitors
pretty much,
too
actually, like,
need to get around.
Honestly, maybe he wasn't. He just was like really good at PRing himself.
He's like, I will not use a broom, but I will break into rooms. Next question for you, Bridge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're not off the hook. There's more. So London was quarantined, which when we talked in the last episode, that was like an X-Files conspiracy theory where they were like, we think we were abandoned to be quarantined, but who knows? And maybe it's not everywhere in the world. And then that ended up being correct in this movie.
Yeah.
So you're like, cool. And we get like information that says, after like 5 weeks, the zombies like starved to death. Mm-hmm. And then when they all starved to death, not anyone from England, America's army came on down because they said to themselves, this is a perfect opportunity for us to shoot shit. And we're America. And we're going to take over. Sorry, not sorry.
And Jeremy Renner. We need to mention him.
And Jeremy Renner's there, too.
He was there doing it.
And I guess I was just kind of like, why is America here? Even though I know why it's here, but I hate it. Why? Like, who got chose to go back to abandoned but now being rebuilt London? Why those people?
Who's signing up?
Who?
To shoot zombies. I mean, that's a good video game. I don't know if that's a good real life game.
Not for me, no. And lot of like, I think it's one of the things I didn't like about this movie. It's like the army really is a big part, and there's just a lot more like guns and shooting and army violence. Shit. But like the first one was like we just got to follow Cillian Murphy around, and he didn't have shoes for a while, and like that was fun. And now it's just like, all right, now it's the fucking commando subplot. Like I don't know.
It was definitely that, and I just felt like it was bloody.
Yes.
Violent, bloody, and it's funny because you're like, well, obviously the first one is, but the first one had like art, sophistication, and like social issues. This one was more fucking alpha macho.
Yeah. Well, I think the first one, the first one didn't like make it feel exploitive. Like when people died, they died like very quickly, and then we're all like, anyway, moving on. In this movie, it was like, we're gonna watch this woman get her face bashed in for a long time. Ugh. Too long, dare I say. And that happened to multiple women. Ugh. And I texted you, Bridge, and I said, does this movie hate women? And you said, I think so. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just this really different vibes, and I know it's different writers, so maybe that's that, but I don't know. And there were things I did like I like this idea that there's at least one people or kind of like family that have like a genetic immunity. Like that's a cool idea.
So fascinating.
But I don't like all the other stuff happening around it. So
here's the thing. There wasn't any, like, skill. Like, it was...
Yeah.
You know, like, okay, we meet Rose Byrne, who in the movie is Scarlet, and she is, like, the medical director. But she never used any medical skills, ever.
No, she wrapped her leg once, Bridge.
Once. She did nothing.
She got a flesh wound.
Okay. Jeremy Renner comes in as, like, I'm the really macho, you know, shoot everything army dude. And then he, like, turns around and he's like, let's just run with me. Just run with me. There wasn't any, like, cool skills on...
Yeah.
Like, let's just follow me in a line. Like, I never got to see any cool, smart stuff. Like, remember the first one when the fucking bird blood falls into the guy's eye?
You liked the bird blood.
I really did.
You're a bird blood fan.
I just was like, that was such a new thing I didn't think of. And I'm so refreshingly surprised that everything is so fucking bad now, you know?
I think and another thing that maybe I could form in the form of I can put in the form of a question a la Jeopardy, is why did fucking Don, who, spoiler alert, becomes a zombie because he's a dickhole, I felt like he was like a sentient zombie.
Yeah, like he could never die.
He could never die, and he was like hunting his children and somehow tracked them across multiple cities.
But also never ate them.
He tried.
But he was like, I'm on the fence. And you're like, but you got all the way here a couple times.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, you know, we're going to keep a running doc of questions. And then if any of the listeners have the answers, please let us know
in the comments. Thank you.
There's going to be more as we go through. But, you know, Bridge, after everybody dies in the beginning, I did write a note and I said, am I going to need a Dramamine to watch this? Because it did feel very...
I know, the camera fucks
very
you up,
shaky
doesn't it?
cam. I'm like, whoa, am I at Six Flags Great Adventure? Oh no.
Well, and the first one was grainier.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like, I'm used to the camera wibbly wobbly and I appreciate this choice. It wasn't grainy. It was like high def shit. And then it would just wiggle. And you're just like, okay.
And then they play the heavy metal music. And I was like, well, that is kind of like the first movie. So
yeah,
that's, that's fine. Do you remember the name that they gave this New London, which they could have just called the New London, but they didn't?
Oh my God, no. What was it?
They called it District 1. And I was like, Hunger Games! Ah! This was pre-Hunger Games. Well, I don't know when the Hunger Games book came out, but I was like, oh my God, that's like freaky. Yeah, and you know, we see the kids right away. It's a sister and brother. Brother's name is Andy. Sister is... Tammy? Tammy Faye? Girl? Is it? Oh my God, it is Tammy. Wow, Andy looks like a adult.
I assume he is.
I mean, I guess he is. He was 12. She was like 16, 17? I don't know.
Yeah.
And I didn't know who they were. I didn't know what was happening. And then they're just like, you know, oh, we're getting off a plane. Oh, we're going to this place. And Rose Byrne is like, oh no, children are here. I'm like, why didn't you fucking know children were here? Why don't we communicate?
Well, and she's just like, they should let me know next time. I'm like, it's now. Now, what do you mean?
Now's the time.
You're the medical director. Like, she never did anything. She was very bad at her job. I'm just saying. Maybe
the real villain is the communication issues. You know.
Do you have a slide for that?
Another thing to think about. And then they're just like on this train going there, and somebody Okay, now I'm remembering shit that pissed me off. All this was another fucking reason I thought this movie hated women.
You look red. Like now you're getting red.
I'm raging. I'm ready to rage. Okay. There were so many army personnel. So many. Just the manyest of many. And you wanna know how many women were in this army? There was one.
I was like, was there any?
Do you want to know what her job was, Bridge? Because it wasn't shooting.
What was it?
She was the train announcer. She didn't even drive the train. She just sat there like it's the fucking monorail at Disney. And she's giving a tour. And she's like, and everybody, we have electricity and hot water and good news. There's even a pub y'all can drink at. And I was like, what the fuck is going on right now?
cinnamon.
What is happening?
Like, worst job ever.
Oh my God. And then the kids are like, oh my God, there's Dad. And then this I also continued to rage because I thought we were done with Don. We weren't. Don equals Dad. Don and Dad are the same person.
Yes. Well, let's talk about you, like, come back to District 1. You're, like, coming off a long flight. Like, are you expecting those hotel rooms? Like, is that what you were expecting? You know?
Me, I don't know what the fuck I would expect. I feel like I would be like, I'd be raising my hand like, excuse me, I don't want to be here, first of all. Like, I don't know who put my name on the list.
She doesn't even go here.
Like, I don't even want to go here because danger. Like, I just...
But didn't they feel, like, kind of fancy and...
Yeah,
weird, and like showing some people having sex and some people like hanging out, and it's just like, God, everything's amazing. Look at these fancy rooms. Isn't it amazing?
She's like, there's even a pub in town, Dad. Have you heard? It's crazy.
I was just like, I understood why the kids were like, what happened to Mom? Did she die? And have viciously tell us immediately, because it's like, this feels too shiny. I was like,
yeah.
Could they have like warmed them up a little bit? I don't know.
I'm surprised asking about Mom was not their first question, because when they see the dad, they're all like, oh, hug it out. And the dad's like, I thought I'd never see you again. And I was like, you abandoned them too? Don, we know, okay? I don't want to fucking hear it. And then they're like, la, la, la. Anyway, and he's like, here's where we live and here's what we do and bloody blue. Like, I felt like hours passed. And then they were like, oh yeah, Dad, by the way,
yeah.
Like, where's Mom?
Yeah.
Like, she wasn't at the train and literally hasn't been here all day with us. Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
I was like, guys, like, snap it together quicker.
Well, and I'm like, couldn't he have called them and told them this too? Like, I don't understand.
I don't know.
He was the worst.
And then he tells, oh my God, Bridge. Like, if I was in the theater watching this, I would be doing, like, Brenda from Scary Movie, where she's, like, yelling at the, like, screen and throwing popcorn.
You really would.
This would be me when Don is telling his gaslighting story of how their mom died. Because he's like, oh, we tried to get away and, you know, they got to her and I couldn't save her and I watched them kill her and she died. And I was like, Don! And I threw my popcorn metaphorically at him.
I said that I watched this with James and I was like, if I'm watching you die, I'm going, well, I'm out.
Wow.
And then I thought, well, I guess there's the kid, so maybe it's like, no, one of us has to stay alive for a kid. But just, like, he didn't try any of those first. You know what I mean? Like, it was just, like, oh, you're just, like, the actual worst.
Yeah. But he chose to let her die. Like, he could have, like, helped her. And then he was like,
agree.
Bye, bitch. I'm busy.
Pretty much.
Don needed to die immediately. And he didn't. So, that's upsetting.
I agree.
But you know what's not upsetting? Was seeing Idris Elba walk on screen. Honey, hello.
He is also very bad at his job, but
he's so bad.
Very, very good looking.
I just want to look at him all day. I'm like, say, tell us Code Red again, Idris. Let's do it.
How does he have, like, such, like, sex appeal? Because, honestly, he comes in and says, like, 6 lines, and I just was like, look at him. I don't know. There's something to his
I love him.
energy.
Did you listen to the Amy Poehler Good Hang podcast with him?
Yes, he was great. He was amazing. He was so cool. You're just like a normal person and you're really fucking good looking and like... Yeah, he's just so cool. What are you doing? Where are you at? What's happening? Let's hang. If I met him during a zombie apocalypse, I wouldn't hesitate. I'd be like, let's go. Let's right now. Sex or pants are coming off. Zombie. Yeah. There's only those 2 choices, Idris. Yeah. He so bad at his job. So bad. He was the one that was like, hey, we fucked this up, so just murder everybody and bomb everything and like that's it. I was like, we couldn't have tried a little bit to like contain it. Oh, could have tried. Also, they didn't bomb the city. The city was still there. And all so like confusing. I felt like none of the zombies died. And I was like, what was the point? Guys, what? I don't get it. But you know, Bridge, we do need an inciting incident, which is when in your plot we gotta like
kick things into gear. So we're all kind of like, yeah. There's no zombies and everything's great and that's fine. And these kids, their mom died allegedly and I don't know, go team. And these kids immediately are like, we gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
And I didn't know why they were leaving and sneaking on the other side of the river, which they're not allowed to go to. I was very confused by that, but then there really was a good reason. And it was because the younger kid was like, well, now that mom's dead, I am sad, but I'm not going to cry about it. But also, I'm worried I'm going to forget what she looks like because I don't have a picture. Yeah. And the sister's like, let's go to our old house and get a picture. Oh my God. Why couldn't Dawn get the fucking pictures, Dawn? I'm sorry.
You know what?
I'm not sorry.
This is Dawn's fault.
It's all his fault.
I also was really scared when they left and was mad at them for leaving. But the way you said it is a lot sweeter.
These kids are good at sneaking, by the way. I don't know if I would be able to sneak past army men in broad daylight.
We would absolutely not. We would
snipers on the roof.
We would have fell off the motorcycle. We would have farted. I don't know. Something would have happened and they would have been like, what are those two ding-dongs doing?
Well, even Jeremy Renner, though, he's one of the snipers. I guess he works 24/7. He's like, oh, guys, there's kids sneaking past you. And they were all like, huh? And then I was like, oh, is anyone going to do anything about that? But they kind of took a long time to do something about that.
It took forever.
And by the time the army people got there, the kids had already gone in their childhood home, got a bunch of shit, and then found their
zombie mom.
Feral zombie mom. But okay, more questions,
wasn't a
Bridge.
zombie.
She wasn't, right?
She wasn't a zombie, but she had zombie instincts.
Was she traumatized? Was this we just needed a counselor?
I don't know, because then in the hospital, she's looking good. She's got a glowy face. She's well rested. She's hydrated. Is she gonna have zombie instincts? I don't know. Time will tell.
I don't know, but they tied her to a bed, and that was a lot. Also, I just felt like, of all the characters where I was like, oh, we don't like women in this movie, I felt that with this lady, because she gets abandoned by her husband.
Yes.
That's the worst. And then you're like, oh, thank God she's alive. We're all reunited. What a day. And then the army guys, aggressively spray her with hoses, and she's, screaming in pain. And I was like, what? And then they strap her to a bed, and they're like, yeah, we know it's against your will, but it's protocol, girl. And then they leave her alone in a room. And, then Dawn, who's gross, is thank God you're alive. I knew it all along. Whatever I need to say to get you to make out with me, let's do it. And then they make out, and then in her saliva is the virus, so he becomes a rage zombie, and he fucking murders her.
Awful. He's the worst.
That woman deserves financial compensation for playing a stupid ass role like that, because what the fuck, guys?
I don't want to say the obvious, but Dawn is short for name that equals the worst. So he's really the worst.
It's fucking Dawn.
Right?
Yeah. I don't like him.
Man, you finally think you're gonna survive. You get a smooch from your husband, and he murders you.
He murders
about hating her.
Oh, and that was one of the murders where it was a exceptionally long amount of time, in my opinion. Very violent.
Yes.
It's not like all the other zombies where they just num num num. He's gouging her eyeballs out, which is why I was like, why does Dawn get to be the sentient zombie? This is bullshit. I didn't vote for him. Look what I'm doing. Do you see what I just did there?
Well, and I also thought that she was immune to it, but then I'm like, well, not to all that.
Not to getting your eyeballs gouged out.
Yeah.
So she's fucking dead for real, not for fake.
And then he's like, I got access pass. I'm the building manager.
He's like, I'm a zombie janitor,
so he's just gonna go pick them off one by one, and he does. One floor, one by one. Next floor, one by one.
It does spread pretty fast. I'll give him that.
I will tell. The rage is fast. Rage is clicks. Rage is views.
I raged fast, I'll tell you that.
I know. Same.
Yeah, I just don't like it. But, before the lady dies, that is when Rose Byrne character is like, oh, she, is a carrier for the immunity to the virus, and sometimes it can be passed down to, children. So we should, take good care of those children. And, the kid's like, she does save them right away. Which I was like, thank God we got women doing something in this movie. Thank God. And she's like, I'll protect you kids. I don't shoot guns because I'm not allowed in this army, but I am the medical lady. So let's do it. And it felt very Titanic lifeboats. Everybody's evacuating the building, and then the army just locks everybody in a giant room in the dark. What? Why did they do that?
That's so dumb.
Yeah.
If they all would have left, it would have been easier.
There would have been no zombies, probably, because we all would have been leaving away from the zombies.
Exactly.
What the fuck? Okay.
We're in this room, and what the hell do you think happens? Two kids see their dad and say,
well,
Dad?
it's just the one now because they got separated.
True. And he's like, Dad, is that you? And it was not him. He's not there. He's gone. He's gone, kid.
Well, it was the dad.
I know, but like not in his brain, you know?
Oh, yeah.
He's a rager.
He's a zombie dad. He's a zombie dad. Yes. Listen.
Yeah, we're listening.
If you're stuck in a room with billions of panicking people and then one zombie gets in and then everybody's turning to zombies.
Oof.
I like the exit plan of going an event. I like it. I'm ready.
Smart.
It feels like James Bond. It's very Die Hard. A la Bruce Willis. I don't know how big vents are.
I'm gonna guess my hips won't fit, but I'm gonna try.
Well, maybe you'll be okay though.
You don't know. You don't know until you're in it, you know. But I would try it. Oh, but imagine them like not getting your toes all the way in, and the zombie gets your toes.
That would piss me the fuck off. If you became a zombie because of a toe.
A toe.
Like, could you? I'd be so fucking pissed. I'd be so mad. I'm like, come on.
I would cut off my foot. I'd be like, did I be?
Ooh.
You know? That'd be a good scene for them.
This is a test now. Yes. How quickly can it spread through your blood if you cut your foot off? I'm thinking of Carrie Elways again, who was in Saw, but also looked like that guy.
Saw vibes.
Yes, that's what the other one gave me. Saw vibes too. Okay.
Once the freaking zombies are out and they're out and about, Jeremy Renner's like, all right, I changed my mind. I'm not going to murder all of you. Come with me if you want to live. Kind of vibes.
He does, because the army guys are first trying to only snipe zombies, but then I guess it was like too cuckoo bananas. So then Idris Elba's like, Code Red, motherfuckers. Yeah. Code Red means everybody dies. Except us in the army. Ugh. Just want to point that out.
Yeah.
You guys know how to spell hypocrite? Go spell that and then you'll know. Yeah, but he sees the kid, Andy, and he's like, that's a 12-year-old boy who's just kind of standing around, and I don't want to shoot him in the head. So I'll let him run inside. And then we basically get all these people who are hiding, and everybody gets reunited. And then Jeremy Renner literally just appears, and he's like, hey, I'm here too, guys. And they're like, why is everybody getting shot? And he's like, Code Red. It's motherfucking Code Red. They're just going to keep doing. They're going to keep shooting. So we got to get out. And then they're like, but are we going to get shot? And he's like, probably. But I'm Jeremy Renner. So let's go. And then they're like, okay.
I'd be like, I'll take your help.
I'd go too. I'm like,
I don't. Thank God. I love you. Whatever you want me to do. I'm your lieutenant. I don't know.
Would you do the thing that he tried to get that one guy to do where he was like, just run zigzag out there and then I'll shoot the sniper? Because I would not have done that. That was scary.
I just think I'd get sniped, you know?
I do too. And that's why that guy was like, are you using me as bait? And Jeremy Renner's like, no, but yes. I was like, you definitely are. But
awkward.
Okay. Yeah, lots of people die via army men and not zombies.
That was so gross.
That's the worst. I hate that. And then eventually he has like a friend, an army buddy that he's got like a little walkie-talkie thing going on with. And he's like, hey man, can you like pick us up in your helicopter? And he's like, totally, let's go meet somewhere. And then they're like, okay. And they get all the way to a place to meet him. And the guy is like, I can't take people.
Awful.
Just you, Jeremy Renner. And I was like, I feel like he told you ahead of time that, like, what? Like, I don't, okay. But that was their cool scene with the helicopter exploding the zombies with its helicopter blades.
I said to James, I was like, hey, is that possible? You're like an airman? And he was like, absolutely not. He's
Are you sure?
You would never fly that close to the ground because they would, like, chop themselves, you know?
I guess if you hit the ground, if the blade hit the ground,
you're done.
Would, like, flip over and that's not good.
So he was like, there's no way. I was
but
like,
you know,
man.
They had to use their CGI budget, and that's where it went, was literally all these, like, CGI blood splatter zombies exploding. And then that one guy was trying to hang on to the helicopter, and I was like, sir, you're getting blood all over you, so we're gonna have to chop you with the helicopter, too. This
obviously.
Not well thought out, sir.
That actor, by the way, who's the helicopter pilot.
Who's that?
Perrineau? Hopefully I'm saying that right. Did you ever see the Leonardo DiCaprio Romeo and Juliet?
Yes.
He was like one of the big characters in it.
Don't tell me he was Mercutio.
I think he was.
No fucking way!
Oh my
God.
Triple check. Okay. And he's a phenomenal actor.
Oh my God, Bridget.
Right? He's
Mercutio.
A phenomenal actor. And when he rolls up in the helicopter, I'm like, you wouldn't be in the army. I was just like, this is not who I thought would be in the army.
He did not even like the army. I don't know if anyone liked the army. Everybody sucks.
I was thinking about Mauricio. I was like, this is bizarre. Anywho, bizarre choice, but he's a really good actor. But they were weird. And then basically Jeremy Renner's like, okay, I'll figure it out, you know. And I don't know. I was like, what are you guys doing? You're just going to keep running? I don't know.
They just keep running. And then he calls the guy again. And the guy's like, all right, come to the, football stadium. And I was like, can we just land on the road? It's a lot easier for the helicopter guy to get around safely. And I just don't understand. Okay. And here's the next question. Because they're out of London. They're, like, across the river. Yeah. But also, all the fucking zombies are across the river. So that's bad. Yeah. And they're, like, walking on a street. And at this point, it's just Jeremy Renner, Rose Byrne, and the two kids. That's all was left. And they're walking down a street, which is abandoned. And then I guess there's some zombies coming. So they're like, okay, we gotta, like, book it. And the direction they start running in, there's, like, all this smoke. And I was just like, oh, there's just, like, a fire. I don't know. No big deal. And they were like, that's actually poisonous gas. I was like, excuse me? I'm sorry. What's the science? Where's it coming from? Who made it?
The Joker.
Why didn't we do this? Why didn't we do this on fucking Dawn? We could have fixed this problem. How do you control gas? You know what? It was like Joker from Batman.
It was absurd. Literally. What's that music? It's like in Batman where Joker dances to it.
The Prince song. All Prince songs, yeah. That's kind of what happened. And then they're like, don't worry, get in this car. Gas can't get in car. Bridge. Science. It can.
Gas can.
I think people who made this movie should do a oh my god, what's it called? There's what's that website where you can like pay money to like learn a skill, and it's just through
Duolingo?
Like no, not Duolingo. No, it's like it could be like it could be like how to make the perfect grilled cheese, and like you pay money, you learn how to do it. Oh my god, I don't know the name of it, but they need to do that for basic science. Is what I was trying to get to. Because I don't think anybody knew science in this movie.
Are you gonna put in a fake laugh of mine?
Yeah. I will. There might be a lot of those. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay, here's the thing. At this point, I did get a little bored.
Yeah.
I was like, so the army's inefficient. Zombie, you're all fucked now. You just have to leave. I'm so confused. Just leave. It's like, just leave.
Just get out.
What's the deal? Can't we just go? And it was apparently so hard.
Well, the movie got worse at that point because Idris Elba disappears from the movie. And not from dying, by the way. He just, like, doesn't ever appear again. And I'm like, I miss you. Come back.
I know.
Don is still hunting.
Oh,
he
incredible.
Is a zombie.
Like faster than ever. He runs like 65 miles per hour.
The Sherlock Holmes of zombies. Cool. Jeremy Renner gets set on fire.
By choice.
I didn't ask for that, by the way, so that sucks. And then in some stupid chain of events, Rose Byrne and the two kids, they're like, you know what makes sense? Let's go in the dark. Oh. It's broad daylight.
Absolutely.
And we could just keep walking up around and in the sun where we can use our eyeballs. No, down in the dark.
Right here.
They go in like a subway tunnel, and she has like Jeremy Renner's gun, which has like night vision. Mm-hmm. This felt there are so many other like horror movies I could think of where they use like night vision. Like
Silence
as
of
like
the Lambs.
spooky.
Aliens.
Oh yeah, Silence
Totally.
of the Lambs did that. That's a good point. Yeah, this felt like one of those scenes where someone's like, "Wouldn't it be cool if we used night vision on the gun and then it had somebody do it in zombies?" And then they were like, "Let's do it. Put it on there." Yeah, there's just a bunch of dead bodies, and then Don's there. You didn't know he's Carmen Sandiego because he fucking is. He lives
really
down there
is.
too.
Oh my God, he's
There might be
everywhere.
clones of Don. I don't know.
I was at some, and I was also kind of like, well, now the zombie like sucks at its job too. I'm like, what? Just finish the job if you're so amazing.
Finish the fucking job. He doesn't even turn Rose Byrne into a zombie. He once again decides to, for a long amount of time, murder her face in front of us.
Such a lovely face.
Well, now it's smush. So we can't fucking see it, Bridge. Blame Don for everything. And the sister, she picks up the gun. And she's like, oh, I lost my brother. I gotta find him. If only there was light and we weren't in the dark. And then Don finds Andy. And Andy's like, Dad, is it you? And Don's like, bitch, I'm here to fuck shit up.
Oh my God.
He does.
He really does.
But not really. But a little.
And then it starts to get intense.
Does it? I feel like it goes downhill from there.
Well, it's just, you're just like, we have to be getting to some sort of ending, you know?
Yeah. There were a lot of parts at this end where I was like, oh, this is gonna be the end. They killed Don, and I don't need anything else. Like, you can leave it at that, and I'll be like, good job, movie. But then they didn't, and then I was like, oh, they made it out of the subway together, and no one's a zombie. This'll be the end. That wasn't the end.
It wasn't.
And then they make it to the football field, and the helicopter guy's like, all right, kids, get the fuck in here, whatever. And I was like, okay, perfect, this is the end. And then they were like, one more thing, guys. Zombies in Paris.
One more thing.
You know Emily in Paris? Well, now they're zombies.
And both, that sounds terrible.
That's the worst. So, yeah. Too many endings.
This was pretty much a bad movie, right?
I just like...
Or was it bad because 20 Days Later was so good?
But if you're going to be a sequel, you gotta like...
amp it up. Mighty Ducks 2. Mighty Ducks 2 did it.
Yes.
Mighty Ducks 2 is the best Mighty Ducks in the franchise.
Yes.
It's been done. It's been done. Proof.
I just think they like... I don't know. They were just like, let's do Army Bros. And I was like, that's not what we liked about the first one. That was the least best part of the first one, guys. Come on.
I didn't like all the gore either. I felt I was just as scared in both, but the gore and violence, I was like...
I didn't think this one scared me as much. I'm not gonna lie. Because I just feel
I
like...
just was like, it's gross.
Well, I'm also like, I already know what's happening. Like, the first one was scary because you didn't really know right away. Like, you learned as Killian's character learned. And that, I think, was... And then watching, like, people I actually cared about become zombies. Like, I don't fucking care about Don. I'm like, good. Your heart was black anyway. Now you're dead heart, but you're not dead. And, like, I have to fucking watch you for the next hour and a half, and I'm mad.
Yeah, we didn't... I feel like I'm quoting him a lot, but James has this line where he's like, it's hard to watch movies when you don't like the main characters.
Yes.
And the kids, it was like, I never got to know them to like them. They're just kids. You just know you have to help the kids. It wasn't like we started with Rookie of the Year kid arc. Like... yeah, it was just hard to kind of rally behind them all, and I missed all the cool sociological psychology survival. What do people really do in survival moments? And most
right, like the ethics. Like there was more like conversation about ethics in the first one, and this one was like, no, try to contain. And you're like, okay, let's not. Like what? I literally wrote a note. Now that you say that, like we didn't really know the main characters. Rest in peace, Jeremy Renner. We hardly knew you. And then 2 sentences later, rest in peace, Rose Burns. Also, hardly knew you.
That's exactly true.
Yeah, just, but...
And the one person we got to know that was Don, that we never knew him. That we hardly knew him at the end.
I wonder,
that now feels like a choice. Was that a choice?
I just wish the movie, had, you could have had Cillian Murphy again.
I know!
They could have even done that thing that sometimes, like a lot of horror movies, I feel like, will sometimes do this, where it'll, keep one of the characters from, the movie before, and you're gonna think to yourself, oh, they're gonna be in this, the whole time, and, we love to see them, and then they get killed right away. But even that, at least, is kind of a fun little twist. They could have done... Cillian could have been one of the guys in this fucking house in the beginning, and then we would have been like, yeah, it's gonna be you, and then, didn't make it, but... So you... I know you don't want to tell me because of blah...
Oh.
You've watched the third one already.
I have.
28 years later. Are there any characters from either of these movies? Does anybody,
Great question.
appear?
I'm pretty sure no.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a whole
because I've seen, I don't really know the premise, but I've seen, clips of the 28 years later, and I know a boy, Jack O'Connell, is in it. And he has blonde, shoulder-length hair. And I wondered if that was Andy grown up. And I was like,
oh!
Wouldn't that be twist? Because 28 years later, I mean,
yeah, but no.
He'd be a man. So,
Nope.
All right, we'll just... Okay.
Sorry.
It's fine.
I'm proud of us. Is this a watch or don't watch?
Don't watch.
Don't watch
Sorry.
it. Watch 28 Days Later. Don't watch 2 weeks
watch
later.
that one. That one's better. That one has Selena, too.
We have one final movie to this trilogy that actually has 4 of them.
Yeah. Well, the 4th one didn't come out yet.
Okay. So, this has been fun. This has been fab. But, I'm intrigued for the next one, which I actually know. And I'm intrigued to talk about it.
Okay. Do you feel like the third one is more like the first or the second, or neither?
Oh, what a good question. Neither.
Ooh, okay.
This is fun.
Okay.
Teaser. Okay.
All right, you're doing a good job of not spoiling. We love that.
Listeners, we both did take an edible this whole time.
And
all I think it did was just kind of make us go slower.
I don't think my eyes are as closed. I was definitely at the back end of Edible Land last time, and I definitely felt more with it. I'm not kidding. Last episode, when I would say things, my brain felt like a clock where it would be I felt like my brain was going so slowly. And I was so worried that, my talking was going to be, fucking slow, and I would have to edit it, and I'd be so mad. And then I was like, oh, I sound, coherent. That's just so weird. I really was I'm so impaired. I was just I'm impaired. How do people function like this? I don't know. So, but I don't feel that way right now. Anyway, well, Bridge.
I love it.
I just want to let you know.
Yes.
If... there was the zombie shit, and then the quarantine shit, and then they were dead, and then the army shit, and they were like, good news, Katie and Bridget, we're gonna put you on this train and you're going back home. I would say, actually, sir, because it would definitely be a sir telling me that shit, we're not gonna go there. We're good. We're just fine.
Yeah.
You can give those tickets to someone else. They can sleep in our hotel beds.
Absolutely.
We're out.
Thank you.
I'm out. That's it.
Would do also the same.
Yeah.
But I would get Idris Elba to hang out with us.
Okay, wait. We could be like, listen, I know you're into this army thing, but are you really gonna notice?
Yeah, who cares?
You're really gonna notice if you're missing?
You can take some PTO. It's fine.
Some PTO vacation days. Yes. And listeners, if you also think that Idris Elba should be in every movie that's ever made so I can see him with my eyes, wouldn't that be nice?
Great.
And if you think that, if we ever do go through a zombie apocalypse, like, y'all need to be fucking thinking about all these factors, man. Mm-hmm. You gotta be ready. We talked about it last episode. You gotta have your Twinkies. You gotta have your Pepsis. You gotta have your crank radios. You gotta have friends. You need to be with people who will not abandon you into zombie death.
Yes.
And you need to not go to a place where zombies were living and hope there's no zombies, because there's definitely zombies, Good.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you think the name Don is disgusting and ruins lives, like
yes,
this movie.
I do. My hand is raised.
Thanks, Bridge. Yes, if you think all that, you should write us a review.
Woo!
We love reviews. We love written reviews. You can review us on Apple Podcasts, along with the other some other podcasting apps. And we also have a website, sisterswhoseenit.com. On our website, you can request a movie. So there is a form you can fill out, and your request goes on a list. And we look at the list every now and then. And we'll do it eventually. And Bridge, what else can I do on our website?
Give us money.
Woo!
Buy merchandise.
Woo!
We will then get the hand crank radio, and we'll be good to go. And thank you. That's you enjoy the listening. We enjoy the supplies. That's it. A video.
Guys, if there was a zombie apocalypse, but somehow we all still had electrical power and internet, would you guys still listen to Sisters Who've Seen It? Let us know. Because I would be like,
would
you know me.
Download for your data?
Well, Bridge, I'd be like, listen, I know there's a lot of shit going on right now, Bridge, but like, we gotta stick to our weekly episodes, okay? We can't.
You'd be like,
we can't pause.
There is an apocalypse.
Be like, I know it's been 28 weeks later.
At stats. 3
and
people
days.
Are listening.
Yeah. There's still 3 people alive out there listening. We gotta do it for them.
Wait a second.
What?
That would be a cool thing. Like,
what do you mean?
The only people left were like at a Sisters Who've Seen It
our
convention.
Podcast listeners. Oh my god!
And so like we watched like the numbers tick down every week, and we're like, oh, these are the last people alive. And then we help people target, like, this person's from Melbourne, Australia. And then we like figure out how to find them and save them.
They mainly like to listen to the comedy movies and the rom-com reviews. Yes. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. Trademark. That's for our Sisters Who've Seen It zombie movie.
I love it.
Be on the lookout for that. Yes.
I love it.
Yes, listeners. So check all that out, and we hope to hear from you. All right. Well, we'll see y'all next week for 28 years later. That's a long time.
That's a long time.
That's older than our younger sister. Wow.
We'll see you there.
Crazy. Yes. See you there.
All right. I love you. Bye-bye. No zombies. Bye-bye. I love you. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Sisters Who've Seen It. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Check out our website at sisterswhoseenit.com, where you can email us, request movies to be reviewed, and keep up to date with all things sisters. Also, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. See you next week.